For years, Oman Animal and Plant Genetic Resources Center have been reaching out to communities involving domestic, international expert scientists, students, entrepreneurs, as it educates and raised awareness regarding the importance of biodiversity, showcasing commercial opportunities. And today, on our program, it's an honor to have with us the Executive Director of Oman Animal and Plant Genetic Resources Center to talk about this Manaf'a program. Dr. Nadia AL Saady. Doc, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Frank, for having me on the show.
For the next 2 months, the Manaf'a program 2021 is on. So kindly tell us about this.
Yeah, so basically Manaf'a is a program that started in 2018 as an event and then carried on to 2019 to become a program. Okay. The idea behind Manaf'a is that it's creating a platform for aspiring entrepreneurs to use ideas using genetic resources to make them into a business. So if you have an idea and you want to realize your idea, Manaf'a is a platform for that. But one condition is that you use the native genetic resources. Could it be plant, animal, marine, or microbial species? And so once they get this platform, they get an opportunity to have mentors who sit with the individuals who are applying for the Manaf'a program to develop their idea and come up with a prototype of whatever idea they have in mind. And it's open to people who might be creative in terms of marketing, could be coding, coming up with new apps that would help in the field of agriculture. So it's really an open platform that allows them to use ideas related to genetic resources.
You know, last year was a very successful year for you for the Manaf'a program. Can you tell us what happened there?
Yeah, in 2020 we had the Manaf'a program and we had quite a number of applicants who applied, and finally 15 teams were selected. Mm-hmm. And from those 15 teams, they had to go through a preparatory workshop. They were mentored through the workshop by mentors from business, from scientists, and different areas, finance. They come up with the idea, and then they went into 48 hours where they developed their idea. Mm-hmm. And within the 48 hours, they were supposed to develop a prototype. So they worked on developing a prototype. And once they finished the 48 hours, they presented to a panel of judges. And in that panel of judges, they questioned the idea, and then four teams were selected. Once the 4 teams were selected, those teams are the winning teams were incubated in the Innovation Center in Sultan Qaboos University. Mm-hmm. to develop their prototype. And once they developed their prototype, this year we added an extra flavor to it, that now there'll be an accelerator which will take them out to improve their prototype and prepare it ready to go to the market. We had in 2019, they've already graduated, the 2019 team. The 2020 team are in the process of incubation, and hopefully they will graduate soon. And also it's really exciting that some of these teams are already in the market with some of their products. For example, now the registration just started. They will go till August for people to apply. And then after that, we'll have the preparatory workshop in September. We'll select applicants. They'll have a preparatory workshop in September, 24th to 25th. And then they go to the panel of judges on the 27th of September. Once they're selected, then they will, on the 29th of September, we announce the winners. And then they will join in January the incubator. And then that will take about 6 to 8 months for them to finalize and ready to pitch to investors.
Who impressed you the most last year? What kind of project?
Well, I think many of the projects are very interesting because just to see the creativity in young entrepreneurs and in innovators. They were using products to make, for example, detergents from plants because of traditional knowledge. These plants were used for detergents. We have one that had created a system that is like an aquaponic, where it uses plants and marine species. So it's a kit that you can keep at home, and you can grow your vegetables, and you have the fish in the system supplying nutrients to the plants as well.
Wow.
So they've got many different ideas that were very impressive. Many of them focusing on, like, for example, oils, extracting oils from plants. I can't remember. There's so many of them that were of interest, very interesting.
Okay.
In 2019, there was some working on date palm waste to create wood from date palm waste. So very creative ideas coming up. I'm looking forward to 2021 to see what new ideas will come up. Frank, just to make it easy for you, Oman Animal and Plant Genetic Resources Center is now called Mawarid. So it's a short name, and Mawarid means resources, yeah. So they go to the Mawarid website, which is the same, www.oapgrc.gov.om, and then they'll find Manafa'a. They can register through there. All that's required is that they're above 18 years old and Omanis or residents of Oman. And they have a team of at least 2 to 4 people would be ideal. And they register their idea. They have their idea, they register, and they'll be screened. Once we select them, they'll be notified to come in, and it's free of charge. What will happen is within the 48 hours after the winners are selected, we will support them with 2,000 riyals for the incubation period. And after the incubation period, there will be with the accelerator, which we will also support about 5,000 riyals to support the idea till they reach the final stage where they can pitch.
Who can qualify, Doc, for this program? Do you have any requirements that they should know of?
Yes. I think the only requirement is the age, that they have to be above 18 years old. There will be an agreement that we have to sign with them, and then they have to have an idea that almost is ready to develop into a prototype. If they have the idea, they come in. It might change during the 48 hours, but at least they have an idea that is realistic and can develop into a commercial product.
So who's evaluating this projects, Doc?
We normally select a panel of judges. We bring in somebody from finance, somebody who's good in marketing, a successful business, and also some scientific group of panels. They'll be selected, and they will be the ones who will be judging the prototype.
Who are the partners in this implementation of the program? Who and what organizations are involved here?
Yeah, the very important thing about Manaf'a 2021 is that it's very exciting in that now it's a theme-based. Previously, it was based on any genetic resource, anything we wanted, anybody had an idea on. But this year, we're organizing this in collaboration with the Environment Authority, and it's mainly covering the initiative of that was a very excellent initiative established by the Environment Authority and Petroleum Development Oman on planting the 10 million trees to mitigate climate change and also to raise awareness on the importance of plants and to the environment and to our climate. So that initiative itself will generate a lot of plants being planted in the field. So the idea is that the Manafa'a program is they will come up with ideas on how they can use these plants or how we can monitor these plants, how we can document these plants. So all these ideas, creative ideas, we want them to direct it to these 10 million trees that are supposed to be planted in the next coming years.
Wow.
But also, our strategic partners include Education and Technology Transfer Center of Sultan Qaboos University, as I said, as an incubator, and Fatha Investment, which is a company that will be the accelerator. And most importantly, really, we'd like to really thank our 2 sponsors, Petroleum Development Oman and Oman India Fertilizer Company, for making this Manaf'a 2021 a reality.
Wow. This is really incredible. So how do you envision the impact of this program on Oman Vision 2040?
I think it's very much in line with Oman Vision 2040. If I look at how the idea of Manaf'a came, is that as a center, our mandate was to conserve and use genetic resources. So conservation is one part and use was one part. And the Manaf'a program came based on that. But when you look at Oman Vision 2040, one of the priorities is environment and natural resources. And the strategic objective of that is to make sure that these resources are sustainable and they will contribute to the national economy. So I think Manaf'a is very much in line with that, in that by coming up with these creative ideas, they are going to be contributing to the national economy. You're generating new entrepreneurs, and they will create jobs for other individuals. And also at the same time, if they create a market for such products, it will encourage the farmers to conserve these plants because they know there's a market and a demand for the plants. In a way, we're also indirectly conserving these plants. So we are actually meeting both goals of trying to support the conservation of these natural resources, so they are available, sustainable, and then also creating entrepreneurs or businesses that actually will contribute to the national economy and help in the job market and create livelihoods for society.
You had a talk about food waste a couple of years ago, because today we're celebrating World Food Safety Day. So can you talk about that when you had this research back then?
About food waste. Actually, just to mention, there's a lot of loss that happens with food, and we think that this should be actually something taken as a resource, because it could be the circular economy, where you're taking this waste and generating it into something else. I always say that any thing that is a compound could be changed into another thing and could be used as a valuable asset. You could add value to that. So even if we are talking about, for example, food waste from a cafeteria, you take that waste and go through the process of composting, you're generating a compost. That's another product now, rather than it going to the landfills and being considered as a waste only. But rather, you create other products from that. And so it's a pity, really, when you see the amount of food being wasted. And I think there's so much potential there to generate new venues of businesses from that food waste as well.
Yeah. Is it necessary, Doc, to improve the waste management here in the country?
I think the BIA is trying their really best to do an excellent job in terms of controlling, managing food waste. But I'm saying, as individuals, we have to do that as well. I mean, we have to think of ways of making sure that we're not wasting food as much, and how we can utilize this waste to maybe it could be used for some kind of feed, animal feed, and other kinds. There's so many ways that they could be used for.
Yeah, maybe biogas. Yes.
Definitely. There's so many different ways. Yeah. And it's the same thing with Manaf'a 2021. We hope to see these new kind of ideas coming up, because these plants are going to be there. These trees are going to be there.
Yeah.
How can we use them? Can we use them for beauty products? Can we use them for pharmaceuticals? Can we use them? Because they're all native plants and very important plants that are going to be included in the 10 million tree program.
It's not only fertilizer, of course. There's a lot.
Not only. It could be for so many different things. And also, we want them to look at the technology part of things. If you're going to plant 10 million trees, definitely water is going to be an issue. Are there going to be innovative ways of irrigating, innovative ways of monitoring, using artificial intelligence and so on? So we really want it to be very wide and open in terms of using ideas to generate new businesses.
Manafa''s program this year aims to support the National Environmental Initiative, encourage innovative ideas that will contribute towards His Majesty's Vision 2040. Doc, it's been a pleasure and it's been an honor to have you in our program. Any final words before we wrap things up? Anybody you would like to thank?
Yes, I definitely thank my team and the Environmental Authority, of course, our sponsors, but I'd like to thank also the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation for this opportunity. And I'd like to I think my team really worked very hard to make it a reality, and of course we're always hearing the word Manaf'a all the time, so I owe them a very huge thanks for that. And I would really encourage people to apply for the Manaf'a program. You have an idea, make it a reality. So this is a golden opportunity for you.
Okay. It will be the deadline for the submission of or the registration will be when?
On the 8th of August.
All the best, Doc, and more success to you and your upcoming plans at the OAPGRC.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Frank.
Okay. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's the Executive Director of Oman Animal and Plant Genetic Resources Center, Dr. Nadia AL Saady. My name is Frank.